Hello, everyone. I am Nia. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I'm going to be signing my new book, Today I Dance. And I don't know, I'm just really excited. It has been a long time coming, and I'm just so proud of it. And I'm so excited that I get to share it with the world now. So let's start answering some questions and signing some books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I have my mom here too. She's going to help me moderate the questions.
Well, we thank everyone for buying the books.
Yes. Okay. Before I even start, I want to thank everyone for buying the books because it truly does mean a lot to me. This story is literally like my life. And I just hope it resonates with everyone like it resonated with me. I had a great time writing it, and I hope that everyone enjoys it and that it could be a great story to read to like literally anyone. I know that I still read children's books. I'm not even gonna lie. I just love them. I love looking at the pictures. And what I love so much about this book is that it's so bright and colorful. So I really hope that people enjoy it as much as I do. And yeah, just thank you so much for supporting me through all of this. I know it's been a crazy year, and things have changed a lot, but thank you so much for all of your love and support because it means the world. Okay, so let's get signing.
So Jeremy from Seattle purchased a book.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you,
Jeremy has a question.
Okay.
It says, I'm a tap dancer and I would like to write a children's book featuring tap dancing. Do you have any advice for me now that your project is complete? And do you have any more plans for dance books?
Oh my gosh. I feel like whenever I was writing the book, I tried to like take a moment, like actually have a part in the book where I have tap shoes on. I feel like if you want to write a tap book, just write from your heart, honestly. Write down personal experiences that you've had. What was the last part of it?
And do you have any plans for more dance books?
And do I have any more plans for dance books? Honestly, I would love to write more dance books. So you never know. I truly do love writing. I'm going to school for American literature and culture. So as you can see, that's, writing and stuff. So a lot of English classes. So I hope to write more books in the future, hopefully near future. But my advice to writing, especially like a book about tap, I feel like write about how tap makes you feel. No matter, because I don't know how it makes you feel. It could make you feel happy. It can make you feel sad, even if that's what it is. So just write about how it makes you feel. And honestly, just nothing is off limits. Just go for it and don't be afraid to just write something down, and always jot things down because you can always look back at it later. Or if that's not a concept, it can kind of make you think about a different concept that you want to do. So always write your thoughts down. So that I feel like that would be my biggest advice.
Okay, that's great. So the next question is from Sophie, and she's from Florida. Ooh, did you find it hard to learn the death drop?
Oh my gosh. So, what's so weird? So, if you have followed me since Dance Moms and you know my signature move, the death drop, it's been years. It's been years since I've done the death drop and learned it. So I'm like trying to remember when I first learned it. I think I was probably like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old. I'm 19 now. That's like almost a decade ago. And like I try to remember like parts of the show that I want to like, that were really profound to me. And like that was like a great moment for me because I made an amazing friend, Miss Shangela, slash DJ. I love her so much. She has been just a great friend to me throughout the years, and I'm so just like blessed to like be a part of her life and have her a part of mine. But was it hard? I would say yes and no. I feel like when I was little, you just kind of do whatever. You don't think about it. Like now, if I was learning it, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? This looks dangerous. But when I'm 9 years old, I don't care about the consequences. I'm just going to do it and, see what happens. And I remember one time I did the death drop, I did hit my head and I was like, wow, that hurt really bad. So no pain, no gain, maybe? I feel like that's maybe, yeah, we'll say that. I think it was difficult, but like, I don't know, I feel like at the time I wasn't thinking about it. So it is a difficult move, but you kind of just have to be fearless to do it because, you know, it's a little scary. You're literally dropping to the floor. Like that's scary, guys. That's scary.
Okay. Erica says, my mom and I are huge fans, and that's why I'm getting two. Oh, Erica has two. LOL. How has life been for you since graduating and doing the adulting things for the first time?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So life since graduating. And I mean, you guys know I graduated last year, which, you know, 2020 was a crazy year to graduate in. You know, I was sad that I didn't get like the second half of my senior year, but at the end of the day, like there are literally worse things in the world, and I've been able to experience some things in high school. Like I went to prom my junior year. Someone took me. That was really nice that one of my friends took me. And then also I've been to some football games. Like I used to go to my brother's football games or lacrosse games with both of my brothers. So I did get to experience high school a little bit. So now talking about adulting is very different because I feel like I'm still a young adult, but like I'm emerging into the adulting phase. And honestly, it's kind of scary because there's a lot of things that I just do not know. And I live by myself and not by myself. I have a roommate, but like just being out in LA by myself now without my mom. Like my mom used to come with me whenever I travel, and now I travel mostly by myself now. It's just like, it's really crazy. I mean, it's fine. Like I'm used to it now, but it's very different from when I was younger. Like I remember last year, I would travel with my mom and she would come to LA with me and we had our own place. But now I share a place with a roommate and I'm there by myself and I have to clean the dishes and I have to do my own laundry and I have to clean my bathroom and I have to make sure my schedule's on me and make sure I know when my classes are and get gas and remember to eat healthy and just all of those things all together. Just, I feel like adulting, to be honest, I feel like no one necessarily knows how to adult. We're just kind of all faking it. I mean, I feel like my mom and dad like not adult, like I guess like adults, but like when you're this age, there is no possible way that you can just know everything. So I've been trying to like navigate life right now, and I think it's going pretty well. I think I'm doing a good job. I've learned so much in the past year. You don't even like a lot in the past year. I'm functioning a lot better than I did. In the beginning part of last year whenever I would be at my apartment because oh my goodness, I did not know how to do a single thing. I was calling my mom left and right. I mean, I still call her left and right like every single minute of her, every single day. But I used to call her about how do you run the dishwasher and how do you do X, Y, and Z. And I, you know what's really funny too? I still call her whenever I'm about to eat because I'm like, wow, mom, what should I get to eat? I was like, I'm not gonna make anything, but what should I get to eat? Like, why do I need to ask my mom what I need to eat? She's not even there. Like, she's like, I don't really care. Like, what are you in the mood for? I'm like, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So, sorry, this is like a long question that I'm answering, but like, it's, guys, it's different. I'm still getting used to it. Like, I'm not considering myself a real adult. I'm adulting, but I'm not a real adult yet.
Oh, and I forgot to say Erica is from New Hampshire.
Oh, Erica from New Hampshire. Hello. Thank you for the question.
That is so cool. That was a really great question. Okay. You want to show them what your signature looks like?
Yes. So I've been signing. Yep. Guys, signing sometimes scares me because I'm like, I don't want to mess up my signature. I like my signature. If you were to see my actual handwriting, you would literally be scared. I do not have good handwriting, but I feel like I have a nice signature. And actually, you know who helped me with my signature like years and years and years ago? Maddie Ziegler, she came up with this signature for me, just like NIA, like Nia, with like the N under and then the IA inside with like a little heart. She came up with that for me. And then I added the Sioux because I'm an author now. I'm an author. I have to put my it's not my last name, it's my middle name, but girl, it's my stage name. Nia Sioux. That is me.
That was great. Oh, do you want to do a couple of book plates?
Yeah, I'll do a couple of book plates as well.
And people want to tell them where they can buy the book.
Yes, so there's actually a link, right?
Premier Collectibles /
Okay.
I think they can see it at the bottom.
They can see it at the bottom. Okay. But you can get it at Premier Collectibles / niasioux.com, right?
Premier Collectibles / Sue, SIOU.
Oh, just Sue. Premier Collectibles / Sue.com. So make sure you go there to purchase the books if you want more, because I know you guys have already purchased it, but if you need a present for someone, that's where you can go get it. But also there's like a link down there so you can also find it.
Yeah, perfect.
So now I'm signing book plates. So yeah, I'll show you that after I sign a few. So
okay, this is a long one, and it comes from Haley, who is from New York. She says, "Hi Nia, my name is Haley, and I'm 8 years old."
She's 8 years old. Oh my gosh.
So she was about your age when you started Dance Moms.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm a big fan of yours and look up to you so much. I'm a dancer, and this is my first year competing."
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
"I will be performing a solo and a group routine. What advice could you give me and other first-time competition dancers to overcome stage fright? Any tips would be super appreciated. Thanks, Nia."
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is so cute. I remember when I was little, like going to dance competitions, I get like so nervous. And honestly, I can tell that you're a firecracker. So once you get on stage, like all of that will go away. Like you might be scared to like get up on stage and do your thing and start dancing. Like that's the scariest part. Once you're on stage, it's easy, but getting out on stage is the hardest part. I feel like my advice for you, I remember my team, we used to always just like shake out before we went on stage, kind of just like get our nerves out. But also something just to remember is to not take like dance competitions too seriously, because I feel like sometimes whenever you do dance competitions, I feel like sometimes dance competitions suck all the fun out of dancing because, you're competing and it gets really competitive. So I feel like my advice is just to have fun, honestly, and to not worry about what anybody thinks. Dance for yourself, because that's all that matters. You're dancing for you. And at the end of the day, if you had a good time, if you think that you did well, and even if you didn't think you did well, you still went out there and did your best. So yeah, that's my advice, because getting up on a stage is so nerve-wracking, and I still get nervous going up on stage. I get nervous speaking up in class doing a class presentation. So believe me, I've been on many stages and I still get stage fright. But the hardest part is honestly just stepping out on that stage and actually like taking that leap of faith. But you're going to do amazing this season. I'm so excited for you. And yeah, I'm really excited for you. I hope that you have a great time and yeah, have so much fun.
Wonderful. Lauren from Los Angeles asked, "What was your favorite solo on Dance Moms?"
Oh my gosh. Okay. My favorite solo on Dance Moms. If I'm being completely honest, I liked my solos from Dance Moms, but I feel like I always was able to do more than I was given on the show. So even though I do have my favorite dances, but I still feel like I could have been pushed a little further with choreography or the theme of my dances. But I think some of my favorites would probably be like By Felicia. Love that one. That sassy jazz dance, like jazz funk. So good. One of my favorites. Another one would be Getting Away with Murder, inspired by How to Get Away with Murder. One of my favorites. And then also my last solo that I performed on Dance Moms. And if I'm being completely honest, it was called something else, but they changed the name on the show. So I have no idea what they actually called it on the show because I don't watch the show. But I had this beautiful red dress on. It was long and just flowed with every move. And Cheryl Burke and her assistant, Brian Ramirez, choreographed that dance for me. And probably one of my favorite solos I performed on the show. And it's so funny because I love the song that went with it. originally, but they changed the song on the show, so it didn't like match with the dance, and I felt it was so annoying because it was like it's such a pretty song that I wish like they would have just kept it because it looked really nice with the dance. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite solos ever because I think it just showed my growth and how far I had come as a dancer.
I think they need, but I need no one or something like that. But
I need no one.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah.
that was it. Angela from Franklin, Tennessee. How old were you when you started dancing?
Okay, I was 2.5 when I started, right? 2.5. I was 2.5 when I started dancing. And I danced at this one studio, like really far away from my house. And that's why we ended up at like the Dance Moms dance studio because it was just so close to my house. It was literally right down the street. Like when I say right down, didn't we live on the same, not the same street,
but around the corner.
Or like literally around the corner though. Like it was very, very close. So yeah, and even whenever like I moved from that house to a different house, it was still like 12 minutes away. So it was just convenient. It was close.
Jennifer from Chicago asks, what is your most positive memory while dancing on Dance Moms? Is there anything that you wish you did differently while on Dance Moms?
My most positive memory. I would say doing my music was probably the most positive memory. And with that, probably the most positive and probably the most negative. Positive in the way where I was getting to do something that I really loved and branching off into something new and got amazing feedback from it and had amazing people helping me along the way, like Aubrey O'Day and Mikey Minden, like literally in radio, like literally helped me along the way. But during that time, it was a really hard time for me, especially on the show. Like it was, let me just tell you, it was not a great time for me. It was definitely a time where I had to really believe in myself and really be there for myself because no one else was necessarily there for me except for like my mom. So yeah, it was a hard time, but Dad, do you want to say hi? Come say hi real fast.
Hi, everyone.
The next book, I'll have you in it.
Okay.
But basically, that was probably the most positive and the most negative time. But if there was something that I would have done different during the show, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So, I mean, yes, I can look back and regret so many things, but at the end of the day, it's in the past. So, and it only, makes me stronger and I learn from mistakes and experiences. So, there's probably a ton of things that I would love to change and I'm like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but, just gonna keep on moving and learn from those things. And so yeah, there are definitely things that I would have loved to change, but I can't think of any right now because I try to just live in the moment and learn from past mistakes and looking forward to future. So yeah.
Annalise from El Paso asked, what is your favorite thing about dance?
Ooh, I think my favorite part about dancing is the story. I love dancing to like really emotional music. Not even emotional, but like even if it's like a jazz number, like I just love emotion in dancing. Like, and something that I've learned along the way is that you can be the most perfect technical dancer, but if you do not have expression, if you do not have that passion, if you don't feel anything while they're dancing, then it's not that it goes to waste, but it's not as interesting to watch because they're not, I guess, telling a story. They have beautiful technique, but I feel like dancing is all about telling a story and talking through movements. So that's my favorite part about it, just getting to tell a story.
Becca from Louisville has a comment, which I want to share. She says, Dance Moms has totally gotten my daughters through quarantine. Thank you. She was over the moon when she saw an older clip of you sharing your signed books. Thank you for being someone she's been able to look forward to in all of this craziness.
Oh my gosh, that is literally so sweet. Oh my goodness. I'm I'm sorry for you who had to sit through all of those Dance Mom episodes. But I really do appreciate it. It makes me really happy whenever I get feedback like that, because it just makes me feel like I was doing something right, you know? I just believe in, doing your best, trying your best. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got your daughters through quarantine. Also, I wanted to show you the book plates that I just signed. Very fancy, very fancy. Whenever I sign my signature, I just feel very mature. I feel like I'm adulting.
Angelica from Portland asked, how did Dance Moms change you as a person?
Oh, Dance Moms changed me. I mean, it did, but it didn't, I feel like, because I am still like just a normal girl. Like I truly am like the neighbor next door. Like I'm pretty much the same as I was on the show and before the show. But I think it changed me in the way where I just learned a ton, and I learned how to work with a lot of difficult people. And it just taught me a lot. So I look at life from like a different way, because I feel like Dance Moms was just really negative, and I feel like it was just such a toxic environment sometimes, most of the times. So once I was off the show, I had to really figure out how to navigate life in a positive manner, because the show was just so negative. So in that way, I would say, I guess it changed me in the way where I just try to look at everything, just try to look at the bright side of everything, because there was so much drama on the show, and I kind of just try to ignore it and just remember why I stayed dancing. So I wouldn't necessarily say it changed me, but I definitely grew a lot from it and learned a ton from the show.
Brian from Atlanta has this question. How does it feel to write and have your own book?
Oh, it feels pretty surreal, actually. Like, I've always wanted to write a book. Both of my parents have written books, and I wanted to be like them. And also I love reading as well. But it feels really awesome. I truly love just holding like my book in my hand, and not only just my book, but someone who looked like me on the cover, like baby Nia on the cover. Like I love it so much. And my friends are really excited, like all of them. I mean, my friends are my age, and they're all like, I still want your book. I know it's a children's book, but I still want it. And like, I think that it was, I don't know, I just feel so cool with it. Like, all my friends are just so proud of me. And I feel like it's one of those accomplishments where it's like, I just don't even know how to describe it. It's a huge accomplishment. And it's just something that's so different than, I feel like, what people, I don't know, expect me to do. But I don't know. It feels surreal. I feel like I'm just going to leave it at that. But it feels amazing. It's really cool. It's really awesome.
Sophia from Philadelphia has this question. Hi, Nia. My name is Sophia, and I do gymnastics, and I'm a huge fan of you and Dance Moms, and I have a question for you.
Okay.
How was it like to have a camera on you when you were dancing?
Okay. So this might sound crazy, but I think because we were so used to it, like we forgot that the camera was even there, because we were friends with the cameramen and like sound guys and like the production, basically. So if they were like filming us, like, yeah, we knew that there was a camera on us, but like we didn't care at times, which is not good. You should always care that there's a camera on you, but sometimes we did things that we probably shouldn't have done on camera, because you just, or like say something and you're like, oh wait, people can hear me right now. I probably shouldn't say that. Or complain, and then someone's like, I can literally hear you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot people can hear me. Or you do something embarrassing and they catch you on camera and you forget that the camera's there, and you're like, dang it. There is a camera right there. You make a silly face and I'm like, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it's like, it was weird at first, I think, because I mean, I can't really remember. It was weird at first, but as like the years went on, like it kind of just became second nature and didn't feel necessarily like there were cameras on us. I remember the last season of the show, all the girls, we were always just very tired, so we like wouldn't wear makeup to dance class. And the producers were literally like, guys, okay, you have to look like you care a little bit about being on camera. And we're like, okay, sorry. So the makeup artist did our makeup. But like, we really did not care what we looked like by the end of the show on camera. So if we looked a little rough, just know that we were just like, they've seen every angle of us. We don't really care at this point.
Danielle from Houston has this. What inspired you to write this book?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what inspired me to write this book? I mean, you guys know I'm a dancer, so I definitely wanted to do something dance-wise because I feel like dance is so universal. But I wanted to capture like the first moments when you start dancing because, like I said, once you get older and you get into competition, I feel like dance becomes not as fun anymore because you're training to impress someone else or it gets stressful. So I wanted to capture like the first moments when you dance, when there's that joy, when there's that passion, where you don't care about anything except just moving your body and making noise with your feet tapping and just having fun. Because I feel like sometimes, most of the time when you grow up and you start dancing competitively, or not even competitively, but when you get older, it becomes less fun because I feel like dance teachers start being a little bit more strict on you, and it becomes more of a job than something than a hobby or just something that you love. So I wanted to create a book where it just captured those first moments when you start dancing, where it's fun, it's joyful, and it's just very freeing. It's just pure happiness dancing.
Okay. Sienna from Cincinnati. Do you think you would want to be a dance teacher one day?
Oh my gosh. Would I want to be a dance teacher one day? I don't know, actually. I definitely think one day, I mean, I could totally teach a dance class. I totally could. I feel like maybe one day when I get a little older, maybe I'll become a dance teacher or do master classes or something, because I feel like I've danced my whole life. I feel like I would be a good teacher, not because I danced my whole life, but because I know what to not do as a teacher. I know what not to do as a teacher because of previous teachers. So I feel like I would be very good at it. I feel like it'd be very motivating, and I feel like I would try my best not to make it super competitive. I feel like I'd try my best to have people really just dance for themselves and no one else. So yeah, I can totally see myself becoming a dance teacher one day.
This one's kind of related from a related question. Lachelle from Dallas, Texas says, how did you deal with the rudeness that teachers sent towards you on the show?
So I don't know. I think it has to do a lot with how grounded my family is. Like, I am so close to my family, my brothers, my parents, my grandparents. I literally would not have been able to get through dance training without them, because not only on the show, but like I went to different dance conventions or dance programs. I went to Dance Theater Harlem one summer. And I stayed with my grandparents in New York. And I mean, dance teachers can be brutal. They can be brutal. And if I didn't have a good support system, I feel like I would have stopped dancing a really long time ago because I probably wouldn't be able to take it. Take the pressure, honestly, because dancing, it's a lot of pressure at times. I would say that also, like, I feel like a lot of prayer, a lot of prayer. But definitely family. Family was a huge factor in me being able to just push through all of those hard times and those difficult times because sometimes you break down and you need someone to be there for you. So, and that's another piece of advice. Always make sure that you have a support system. It's not like you need that many people, but always make sure you have a support system and people that you can trust no matter what you do to push you and to remind you that you are capable of everything. So yes. Yeah.
You might want to remind people, speaking of reminding people, they can check the link below to purchase books.
Yes. Also, guys, you can check the link below to purchase books. Right now, I'm signing book plates. I'll show you some more. I wish you guys could see how many books are up here. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing just seeing all of these books over here. There's so many in it all. They all say my name. It's insane. But yeah, so you can click the link below and get your books there. Yeah.
Haley from Albany has this question. Are you going to be in a movie or TV show again soon?
Ooh, I sure hope so. I've had, what's really funny? So last year I was supposed to do a movie, but obviously it got postponed because of COVID. So we'll see. I mean, definitely you'll see me in something eventually. But right now during COVID and everything, I've been really, really focusing on just school and making sure that I'm getting my schoolwork done. And I'm also working. I do a lot of behind the scenes work too that, I don't necessarily like talk about on camera or to social media. There's a lot of other things as well that I do, but yeah, I'm focusing right now on school, and if anything comes up, focusing on that. I'm more of like the type of person, like when things come up, I'm going to put all of my time and energy into it. And since there's not a lot of California is shut down right now. Like there is literally like nothing going on right now. So hopefully whenever things get better, I'll be able to just start working again and acting and performing because that's what I really miss.
Paige from Brooklyn has this question. She says, do you have any advice for young dancers?
Yes. I feel like this is gonna kind of sound similar to what I was saying before, but did you say young dancers?
Yeah, what advice do you have for young dancers?
Yeah. Yes. I feel like my best advice for young dancers, again, very similar to what I said before, but to dance for yourself and just to have as much fun as possible. Like, and I truly do mean that, just dance for yourself. And I think also as a young dancer, practice. Practice literally makes perfect. Like when I say practice, I mean like all day, every day. Like just if you really love it, practice and it will serve you so well in the long run.
Great. Kennedy from Illinois has this question. What was it really like being on the show? Were the teachers as mean as they seemed? Yeah,
I think the show captured reality really well. Sometimes, here's the thing with reality TV, you have to think about it and kind of like be a critical thinker when thinking about it too, because like sometimes I'm sure people are like, that can't be real. And like, it actually is real. But other times you need to see things and you're like, that doesn't seem right. You don't like, sometimes you just don't see the full story. So you kind of have to, what's the term? Like take it with a grain of salt. Is that the right term? I guess. But like, honestly, like, just being on the show, there's so many things that can be real and not real, but I would say for the most part, Dance Moms was very true to how it was. And sometimes it didn't even show all of the drama behind the scenes and some of the things that actually, like, you know, when our moms get upset, like sometimes they make it seem like they're getting upset over nothing, but sometimes they just don't see that they don't show what the moms are getting upset about. So it makes the moms look kind of crazier when it's like, no, like something really bad happened. Something terrible happened. Someone did something really bad, but they didn't show that. They're just going to show the mom reacting the way that she did. So that's another thing to think about, you know, even though like all the emotions were real because, you know, it's a real reality show. I mean, the emotions were real. I feel like whenever like the originals were like on the show, and like I feel like whenever a lot of new people came in, they tried so hard because they didn't realize that like, no, there actually like is a lot of internal drama in this show, like not even on camera but like off the camera. There is so much drama that like they probably walked into and they were probably like, wow, like yeah, because the moms like truly the moms really didn't make drama unless they like they didn't try to make drama, but I feel like the show and was just so dysfunctional that it was never boring. There was always something that someone was mad about.
That sounds about well. Emma from Baltimore says, what is your favorite type of dance? And
Ooh.
What type of song do you like to dance
That
to?
was bad. I don't want to use that one. What's my favorite type of dance?
Yeah, what is your favorite type of dance and what song to dance to?
Ooh, okay. My favorite style of dance would probably be contemporary and like musical theater. Love the two. Like love Broadway too. So yeah. And then I feel like my favorite stuff to dance to. My favorite song to dance to. I don't have a favorite song to dance to, but like anything like really contemporary and slow and really emotional. I love those emotional pieces that like really like are like a tearjerker. But I also love like musical theater pieces as well, like a Broadway themed piece or like a Chicago themed piece or a sassy piece. So yeah, I can't pick just like one song or like one style of dance because there's so many styles. It's hard to just pick one.
Maybe tell people a little bit about your off-Broadway experience for dance.
Oh yeah. So I did an off-Broadway show, I think when I was 15. One of the best experiences of my life. I got to dance literally I did 8 shows a week. Mondays were dark, which means that we had Mondays off. And it was the most amazing thing ever. I was dancing every single day for a live audience, and no show was ever the same. And there were tons of quick changes, and the people there were awesome. And like, it was just such a great experience. And like, one of my biggest goals in life is to be in a Broadway show. So next stop, Broadway. Because before it was like an off-Broadway show. So next time, hopefully a Broadway show. And I love Broadway. New York literally has my heart. Literally want to live there one day. But yeah, off-Broadway, amazing experience. Probably one of my favorite jobs I have ever had.
So the director taking a risk on you.
Yes, and that's another thing. Like the director took a risk on me because it was a direct book, and he saw my resume, and he was just like, I want this girl in the show. He was like, I think he watched Dance Moms as well, and he was a fan, and he was like, I just really want her in the show. And he was like, it says she's 15 and it says that she's 5'5", so she fits in with all the other dancers. And I'm like, was just literally so Jimmy, just so just so proud, like so honored to have been in a show like that one, where people were just so open to having me in, because they had no idea who they were expecting. Like all they know is I'm on a reality TV show, which is a crazy reality TV show. So the fact that they were so welcoming and that they would help me out with literally everything was truly amazing. So yeah, it was one of the best experiences of like my entire life. and I want to do it again.
That's crazy. 30-second quick changes, huh?
Yeah, I had 30-second quick changes. I had a quick change on the stage behind like a prop. That's how insane it was.
Great. I think I have one more question.
Cool. One more question.
This is from Janice from Kettering, Ohio. Nia, I'd like to know how you honestly felt when the teachers treated you in dance routines, like when you girls were all teenagers and not little anymore.
One more time.
I'd like to know how you honestly felt with how the teachers treated you in the dance routines when you girls were teenagers, not little.
Gotcha. Yeah. Whenever I feel like this goes with a lot of the girls too. Whenever we became teenagers, teenagers were a little moody. So whenever someone says something mean, we might roll our eyes or something. So like, I feel like whenever we were like tweens and like teenagers, like we would get very annoyed whenever we weren't treated right because we have respect for ourselves. We do not want to just be treated like, like, I'm not going to say the word, but like just any sort of way, we deserved respect because we worked our butts off every single weekend. Not only every single weekend, but every single week. And we ate, slept, breathed dance, in the show. So whenever, teachers would be really mean to us and the routines weren't not necessarily age appropriate, but not appropriate for like gimmicky for our age, whenever we weren't given things that we know we should have received, it was really hard on us because we worked so hard and we knew what we deserved. So I feel like whenever we were teenagers, we would get a little upset and a little moody. And I mean, even though there were a few times where, there were some things said and I would say something, but of course, sometimes you would have a little tone in your voice, which is not good. But whenever someone's talking to you like that, like, and you're a teenager, you can get like a little moody response because you are a teenager and you start to realize that you are deserving of more than you're getting, or just you're deserving of just respect at the end of the day. And whenever we weren't respected, we would get really upset because we did work really hard for everything that we had. So yeah, to wrap up your question, yes, it was hard whenever we started becoming teens because whenever you're little, like things fly past your head. But whenever you're a teenager, you start to realize things and you put things together and it's like, this is not right. And you start to like make your own opinions and you start just thinking for yourself. And you realize this isn't right. I don't like the way that I'm being treated. And yeah, so it got harder the more the older we got, I would say. It definitely got harder and more difficult. And by the 7th season, I think a lot of us were just like, okay, like finished our contracts, but like I think this is enough. Like I've been through a lot.
And you learn how to advocate for yourself.
Yeah. Again, I think the girls definitely learned how to advocate for ourselves during the show because I feel like our teachers would just like, say whatever and expect not anything in return. And like, once you get to a certain age, you're not gonna take that sort of stuff. You're going to speak up and voice your own opinions and say that that's not okay because you're not gonna take it. Okay.
I think those are all of the questions.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Unless you have stuff you want to say and show or talk about, is there a favorite part of the book or probably not?
I mean, the whole book is my favorite part. But also I don't want to show them the book. I want them to read it for themselves first. But here you go. This is the last book that I've signed right now. But yeah, wrapping this all up, I just wanted to say thank you again for not only joining me today, but buying the book and supporting me through this whole process and being so patient. I really appreciate that. Um, Today I Dance is really, it's a piece of my heart. So please treat it with care. And I hope that you guys really enjoy Today I Dance by Nia Sioux. So yeah, just thank you again. I cannot honestly thank you guys enough for all of the love and support throughout the years. And yeah, just thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. And again, you can click the link below and it'll take you to the website where you can purchase the book if you want to purchase more books. But yeah, thank you again so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe and staying healthy. And I hope this can provide a little bit of joy for you guys during these crazy times. So yeah, love you guys so much.